No, I'm playing. But like, comment, share, subscribe. We about to do a reaction video of Gil saying that he feel like Ben Simmons gonna come back. I don't know if that's a clickbait because that's definitely like not gonna happen.
But NBA season is right around the corner, which means it's time for a tradition like no other.
I don't want Ben Simmons on my team.
The Ben Simmons off-season workout videos have been hitting the net. So Simmons is working with trainer Chris Brickley, and according to Brickley, Simmons is back to playing all-star talent level basketball. He also said big season loading. We see it. It's hard to tell from the.
Okay, Ben.
We see it. I mean, Jumper, look at it.
You said it's hard to tell?
I mean, I could go make a video.
So why would he say that and then post this? And
we're just letting people know. Sometimes you got to pop out and show them, bro. But Simmons been getting work in this summer. But in the past 3 seasons, Simmons has played a total of 57 games, missing the entire 21-22 season while holding out with the Sixers, dealing with a back injury and some mental health issues. Simmons played 42 games in the 2022-23 season, missed the first 30.
Mental health issues is crazy, bro. Get this man out the league. He don't deserve to be in the league.
38 games this past season before appearing in only 15 games, getting shut down for the season in March with a lingering back issue that required surgery. It was Simmons' second back surgery in the last 3 years. So in the past 2 seasons, Simmons is averaging 7.7 rebounds, 6 assists. But in his career, 3-time All-Star, made 2 All-Defensive teams, including finishing as the runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year, and has 1 All-NBA selection. So if he can stay healthy, obviously, which is a big if at this point, can Ben Simmons return to an all-star level?
You're saying no?
Nah.
Rashad, I see you shaking your head.
I'm working with the trainers he's working with.
You know the trainers he's working with?
It don't even matter at this point because the way he gets back to himself is playing, not doing drill.
I agree with that.
The drill work is not going to help him get to where he was because where he was playing transition basketball, you know, moving the ball, cutting without the ball, all that stuff. That ain't even no drill work. Ben Simmons that we know. Ben Simmons that we know.
No, I'm just saying, how do you know he's not playing?
Where's the run at?
Yeah, where's the video?
But, you know,
there's run.
Oh, no,
but there's
no,
run.
I know.
There's run everywhere in the country, and everybody.
But how do you know he's not playing?
Well, if he's playing at that level, he would have to be playing against guys at that level.
No, you know what?
What makes you think maybe they're not recording it?
I've seen him
Because
every
Chris
summer.
Brickley, if Chris Brickley is recording that, he definitely record the runs, and he has runs in that same gym. So,
and we got to see
But
the run.
maybe he's
There's also
playing
reports.
somewhere else.
There's also reports he's playing.
that's the best run. That's the best run he gonna get, right?
No.
Like that's the best one. If he in New York, that's the best one he
No,
gonna
listen,
get.
I've watched him. I sat there for hours watching him.
Gil. If a person don't want to play, then they don't want to play, bro. We talking about a man that's set out for mental health, bro.
And Ben Simmons wasn't a bad shooter, right? It was just like when I used to watch Lonzo Ball. Their spot up he's not a bad shooter. Like his mechanics is great mechanics, right? When you watch him in the summer, he's dominant in the summer. Because what he does in the summer is he's gonna pick up full court. He's gonna go against James Harden, KD. He's gonna defend. The problem is he doesn't translate the shooting to the game, and his confidence gets knocked out early, right? If you tell Ben Simmons, hey, listen, average 12, 8 and 8, you can do that. But we expect more because of what the engine is.
Yeah.
And he's like the old Magic Johnson. He's the old typical point guard that really wants to pass the ball, but we're in a new game where we're like, yo, you could easily average 25 in this game. And
Right.
and you're really too unselfish to the point where you become ass. Right? You're passing up shots that you're supposed to take, and if you don't, you're ass. Right? And I would love to see him going full speed, pulling up for the jumper, because I don't think he's learning how to. Like you've learned it, right? But you've learned it from a small age, where you know how to shoot full speed, right? A lot of guys who Kyrie, Steph, like the shooters you learn from a young age know how to decelerate to shoot.
Yeah.
he hasn't. So he doesn't know how to shoot going full speed. So whenever you see him shooting, it looks like a slow pull up. That's not how your game is going to be played. So everything you're doing here is irrelevant to the game style. The game style is you're not going to walk into shots. You're going to have to come off the pick and roll, shoot. So he needs to run down full speed, shoot. Run down full speed, shoot. Come off the pick and roll, full speed, shoot, to get the speed of how you need to lean and, slow down and shoot those shots. So the training style needs to be changed to his speed style.
So
it's him and Giannis is in the same way. They're so fast that if you look at them train and they looking like they're shooting good shots, look how the shots.
But what do you think about what Chris said, though? This quote, that he's back into top. Like, do you believe that?
How do we know? Every year, every summer, he's looked like this.
That's what I'm saying right now. The Ben Simmons that we grew to love was 15, 8-8, 17, 8-7, 17, 7-8,
And a lot
14, 7-7.
Yeah.
Right? That's somebody that if we would allow him to be himself without the jump shot, that's what he was giving us. As a point guard, 6'10", he's giving us 16, 8-8.
Wait, what do you mean we allow him? Like, you can be yourself out there.
No, because what happens now is the perception that he can't shoot takes his eye off of who he is, and he's now trying to become a shooter.
Okay, well, then that's on you.
No, it's not on him.
Yeah, that is on
because
you.
his teammates actually penalized him too, because when he gave up that layup that he was supposed to get and he dished it to the teammate, doing what he does naturally, penalized. That's where the confidence came from.
Yep.
He killed his confidence right away, because now it's not about whether he can shoot or not, because he was never really shooting like that. It's about the teammates looking at him like, why you not shooting? Now the pressure for me shooting now, I'm missing this shit.
17,
now they like, why don't you get in the gym and work on your, why don't you get in the gym and work on your jumper?
7-7.
Hold on, hold on.
Who booed him at 17?
Who booed him? They booed him.
They didn't boo him at 17.
17-7, that's still...
Nobody booed him.
Nobody, what is shooting jumpers?
Okay.
He wasn't doing all
But
them.
what I'm saying is nobody talked bad about him at 17.
He was killing.
Okay.
He was killing. Rookie of the
got there,
year.
that's when.
We need you to shoot. We need you to make a jumper.
They
You
only
got to
started
shoot that.
saying that when you said he tossed the ball.
That's what I'm saying. But the
Okay,
confidence of everything we're saying about him being in there with that guy,
So that means-
thinking that he's gonna be back to his form, doing this shit that they doing, ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Cause that ain't the Ben Simmons who grew up doing the shit that we love.
So it's everybody's fault why he's not playing in his career the way it's going.
What do you mean it's everybody's fault?
Because you said, well, we don't allow him to be Ben. Like, why do we have to allow?
It's
Who
just
is
like
we?
it's just
We're
like Greek. It's just
we're
like
people
Greek.
sitting in the.
Y'all want Giannis to develop a jumper.
That's up to Giannis.
Right.
If
But
Giannis wants
the
to.
people want him, and the analysts and the former
That's fine.
players.
That's cool what the people
It's
want.
the same thing.
No, but it's what Giannis wants. Giannis wants to become a better shooter. So Giannis is going to go in there.
But we're going to criticize him until he does.
Okay, and you still did, and he's still in there working every day.
Even when he does, we still gonna criticize him about that.
And he's
the
still in
thing
there
with
working
Ben
hard
Simmons,
every day.
The thing with Ben Simmons, regardless of him being in there with him and him saying, oh, he's at peak, he's going to get back to himself. It's like, if he ain't being the old Ben Simmons, how he going to do this being a new Ben Simmons?
Well, but my thing is like, if the team is cool with him being the way he is, like, it really doesn't matter what we think.
But what happens
Or
if
what
the
we
team
want.
don't agree? Like, the team wants him to have a jump shot.
Well, if the team is like, listen, you need to get a jump shot or else, well, then he gotta figure that
Doesn't
out.
that mean
Make sure his
everybody
ass
on
is
the
getting in the
But
gym.
Absolutely.
don't everybody on the team? But don't everybody on the team got to have a jump shot then now? Everybody
No,
on the team should
no,
have a jump shot,
no,
right? Why not?
no,
So
no.
we should shoot 60% as a team, because then if you're going to demand it of Ben, why would you demand it of everybody?
Because Ben is.
Because we can all shoot.
No,
It's a
because- but
different.
everybody's role is
It's different.
different.
Every role is different.
But making buckets is not different. Making buckets is making
Is a
buckets.
defender. So is the coach going to him and saying, Pat, I need you to be a shooter?
Is the coach doing
I'm
it?
asking.
No.
Okay, so then everybody doesn't have to be a shooter on the team.
But they're asking Ben to do
But-
things that he didn't
but
So
have.
why the team didn't help him then? If you asking me, okay, well then get me in here then. Where's the coach? Where's everybody at? You asking me to go
I think
do
we're looking
something.
at. I think we're looking at something wrong here. What we're looking at is this: Rookie of the Year, All-Star, Defensive Player of the Year, third team All
Defense.
NBA,
Yep.
All-Star, 4th in voting. The very next year, the year he gets booed in Philly, he was first team all defense. He was an all-star, and he was runner-up to defensive player of the year, right? That was the year he got booed.
Okay.
Right?
Philly gonna boo everybody.
Right? So he got booed. That was the year the year he got booed, he almost won defensive player of the year. So
He
that
could have broke a
playoff-
record that year.
So
too.
the playoff series, that was a year everybody's like, oh, Ben Simmons ain't shit, right? The following year is the back injury. Wink, wink. And Doc fucking with him.
Yep.
Right? That was that year, right? So he didn't play that year. The very next year, he's in Brooklyn, right? Back injury, right? Because he has a lawsuit from Philly because they said you withheld, you wasn't injured. So in theory, he can't play the next year or you did it on purpose.
Yeah,
so
solution.
it's back
Yeah,
injury,
yeah.
right? Last year, back injury, right? So what we're talking about, he actually hasn't played. So we're judging him now on a year he has not played a season since first team all defense and runner-up to defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
So he actually really hasn't performed yet.
Man, this nigga better perform, man.
We've just seen a dude come in, play a couple games, then leave, and that's what we're judging him off of. When his real last season was 14, 7-7, second defensive player of the year. So we don't know what Ben Simmons is going to get. We've been getting a wink hurt defensive guy that is waiting for his money to kick back in.
But not only that, we see sparks of the old Ben, which is the Ben still without a jumper, right? So he'll go out there and give you 8, 9, and like 7,
Well, so
right? And we'll be like,
seven-
well,
He's
Ben,
been giving us 7, 7, and 7. So, but it's looking like he ain't really been.
it's just nasty because
this-
he's not making shots. And
Like
it's
all we, I guess, at this point is he gonna play 60-something games healthy? That's really all it is. He really hasn't.
Is he mentally there?
get away from them trainers, man. Just go
You know what's so
hoop.
funny?
man.
I'm gonna just be honest.
Is he mentally there?
I'm gonna just be honest.
That's setting up expectations, man.
I just probably think it was bad strategy because what happened was, and since this time has passed, what happened was this. When Doc got there and they had the disagreement or whatever happened in the playoffs, and you know the blame went on him because he didn't take that shot. That was the end of it, right? And Doc threw him under the bus, and B threw him under the bus. So for the most part, he probably didn't want to go back there. They said they were going to trade him. They didn't trade him. Now you got to go back to the team. Well, I'm not coming back until you trade me. Now, well, we're going to fine you, right? So now he's going back to the team with the notion of I'm not playing. Their notion is we're going to fine you until you play, right? And that's what, remember, that's what happened. He has a cell phone in his pocket. Remember the bullshit when it was just a water bottle? Oh, the cell phone, we're going to suspend him. They was never planning on playing him because they thought he was just going to fuck around so they can fine him out of that money to get him to play. So there was never going to be Ben Simmons playing in Philly again. So they were just trying to figure out, is he going to sit, he's going to find, then a back injury, then a mental. So he's trying to figure out how not to get on the court. They're figuring out how to fine this nigga, right? So think about all the money they couldn't fine him on. Right? Came up to what, 20-something million, $18 million. So he gets traded. Now Philly's like, I don't want to pay him this money. Well, my back hurts. Now here comes the acting job. Now his back really hurts. So we don't really know what's going on with the back. We don't know if this is, put it like this, when that check clears and say, you get this money, Philly give him his money, I guarantee he goes back to being an all-star. 17, 9, and 9.
But don't you feel like it's long enough though? Two back
Has he
surgeries
got-
in the last 3 years. I'm just saying.
Has he had back surgery?
That 2 back surgeries in the last year. He had back surgery in March.
He did have back
Reportedly,
surgery.
yeah,
Probably.
back in March.
You feel like the people that was representing him did a good job helping him?
Right, but you know how it's one of those things, man.
So-
You fake an injury to the point where you actually get one. You know, karma.
I'm asking. No, that's
Karma.
Who's his agent?
Well,
Who's his agent?
Clutch. I'm asking.
He's no longer over here.
Right. So he's no longer with them. Do you think they did a good job of helping him?
Helping him with what?
in the
That
situation
whole
he was
thing.
going through.
That whole thing.
We don't know. To be honest, you don't know if the situation is good until it happens.
Well, we saw it. I mean, it didn't
So-
play out well
It didn't play out well at all
To who?
for Ben.
for him. So he didn't. I don't think the right.
He asked him, like, throughout the whole Ben situation, like
everybody.
what was his representation
remember-
doing to stop the bleeding?
You remember when it first happened? You remember I was like, if I'm the owner, do I want this player? It's like you know, you're at a restaurant and you cuss out the cook, right? And you and the cook got a disagreement. Do you really want the food the nigga cooking?
Hell no.
No. So right, I don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
If me and you ain't getting along, I don't trust you on the court now. You might
On God, though.
kick the ball in the stands. You might throw the guy. I don't trust you. So I don't plan on playing you. So Philly, 1,000% never planned on playing Ben Simmons when he came to training camp. They were trying to figure out ways how to find him out of his money.
So and why?
And he pulled
why,
the back injury and he pulled the mental on them before they can pull it.
So why do you say they never planned on playing him?
That was a Doc decision going into it.
It was.
Not to play him?
I'm not fucking with him.
I'm not
So who
fucking.
wanted him?
And when?
As far as after, so on the team,
Yeah.
The
I don't
teammates.
Think, I think his teammates wanted it, but I think Doc put the rift so tough between everybody, making it obvious that like Ben ain't cut out for it. Like he's not our star guy. And when he made that comment,
Yeah, remember he's not our, like it was.
So I didn't watch him play very much in college. But is his game that much different from what he did in college versus the pros?
like, we actually didn't think he would do what he did in college in the pros, and he actually did that.
So he was better in the pros than
Yeah,
college?
he transitioned quite smooth. It was smooth.
He's a 6'11", 6'10" point guard, unselfish.
Left-handed LeBron James.
Yeah, but there's even talk about that too. Is he really left-handed? I mean, he's showing
he
me
probably-
that.
Why
he
does
was
it
probably-
matter though?
Because
No,
he
I'm talking
ambidextrous.
about
He's
Right.
ambidextrous.
Yeah.
So
That's a
when
good
he
thing.
goes
Yeah.
right, I'm saying when he
That's a
goes
good
right,
thing.
it looks good, but he shoots left, and it's kind of like,
So he might be
the
a
jumper looks-
right-handed person that just shoots left-hand basketball.
It's like the reverse Bron.
Yeah.
So is the question, is he healthy? Right? Like you said he had 2 back surgeries?
2 back surgery pass recent. So according to Chris Bricklier's trainer, he's healthy. He's been playing. Other reports say he's been playing 5-on-5 for a while now. He's ready to come in. And the other caveat as well is he's in the last year of his deal. So
And his first back surgery was when?
I believe a couple years ago, if I'm not mistaken,
And then the second one?
was March. So he came back, missed first 38 games, came back. I think first game back almost had a triple-double, showed some flashes of the Ben Simmons of old, then ended up having back surgery, getting
And
shut down.
the only reason why I asked that question is, as someone who's had back surgery and tried to come back and play, like, I still have issues with my back. But my point being, if people are questioning, like, is he healthy? Like, only he knows if he's 100% and ready to go. Because coming back from a back surgery, like, was the worst comeback, injury, rehab, all those things that I ever went through. So the fact that he just had back surgery, just say 2 years ago, there's a possibility that he could still not be 100%.
She had the second one in March.
Yeah, second one in March, got shut down
back
for the
surgery
season.
ain't no joke at all.
It's just, well, you know what's so funny? I'm going to go with Chris Brickley. If this is his contract year, then everything he's done in the last 3 or 4 years becomes a bad decision because you chased 18 million to lose out on 100 and something, right? Because you're only going to get paid off
Wow.
what you did in those since then, and which has been nothing. So that means this 18 million that you tried to chase and missed all these games kind of fucked you at the end. So I believe he's going to be healthy enough to try to get back to that max money. So if he goes out and averages 18, 8, and 8,
18, 8, and 8 is good as
1888, he gets back
And,
up.
especially for someone
He's not
who's
gonna
not
do that.
considered a
Oh,
shooter.
I think
He's not gonna do that.
I think so. This is contract year. You think this man is gonna go back from being
His mind is so fucked up right now.
Yeah.
That the only thing he can do is go out there and rebound and pass. That's the only thing he's gonna be efficient.
You don't think
at.
he's gonna look at the rim?
I don't
you
think
think
he's gonna.
you think he gonna allow
I think
I'm
in
thinking-
transition he'll dunk it if he gets a chance. But the way he played when he came back, that how timid he was,
You know how
you
he-
have to play him at the 4-5.
You know how
You
niggas
gotta play him at the 4-5.
You know how niggas play when it's on their contract year, dog?
That part.
He's different.
18,
You said he's different?
He's different.
Hey, I'm giving him 8. He gonna average anywhere from 15 to 18, 8 and 8,
He different. McKinns know what he talking about.
and they have to give him now a 3-year, 4-year, $100 million
This is
deal.
we know who Ben Simmons is. This is
Wait.
not pre-Ben Simmons. We don't know the scouting report. We know the scouting report. Ben's not giving us 15 out there right now.
He's giving us 15.
So is he a hooper or a baller?
Don't do that.
Is he a hooper or a baller?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I would say Ben's a hooper.
Okay, I was
He's
gonna
a
say.
hooper.
Yeah, he played both sides of the ball.
You a hooper or a baller?
I'm a.
Jen is like, I get buckets. I'm a bucket. Fuck all that. I'm a bucket.
Yeah, see, you gotta fuck your vibe.
But you ain't gotta respond. You don't have to respond. But my question is, but don't you think just as a competitor though, like Ben, he's hearing all the shit people are saying.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying you gotta play him at the 4 or 5. Don't you think he's like, you know what? I hear all the noise.
No.
I hear what people saying.
No.
You don't think?
No smoke. If I can sit in the back, like the Homer Simpson
You don't
meme,
think either?
you know, when Homer's against the hedges and then he sinks into the hedges.
You said Homer Simpson.
Yeah, the Homer Simpson. Yeah. So that's Ben.
No.
That's Ben when he's on the floor.
Really?
If you can give it to me, and
Nah.
I can make if I can make a pass, it's like his staple. If he's comfortable doing what he does, he will do it all game long. Rebound it, let's go, push it, I'll pass it.
But
Anything else?
As a point guard, do you not want that from your point guard?
Yes.
Yes.
So then why is that?
Why are people
'Cause he's the-
asking for more? That's what I was saying. Why are you asking him to do what he doesn't do?
He's the only point guard that everyone asked to do more scoring.
Yes, the only point guard.
Why?
Because
6'10".
he's 6'10". He's 6'10", very athletic, fast as fuck.
And dunk over everybody.
So he's basically Giannis with vision, and you technically can't stop him.
Yeah.
He stops himself by being unselfish.
Mentally
Like
stopping himself.
if Ben Simmons wanted to average 28, there's nobody built in the NBA at his position
I
that
agree
can
with that.
stop
I
him.
agree with that.
Right? So
Yeah.
it's not like someone guards him.
I agree with that.
He guards himself, and that's what frustrates. So when you're watching as a teammate seeing him in practice,
He guards himself is crazy.
and he's sitting there coming down full speed, Euro dunking on you, and then you get in the game,
And
and
he's
then
passing up.
and then he's passing up, and the defense is like, whew. He's like, come on, dog, shoot that shit, go take this motherfucker, and he's sitting there trying to fill this stat sheet of 18, 8, and 8. I think he probably at some point in this time said, I want to try to average a triple-double. I want to be a 12, 10, and 10 guy.
Yeah.
And I think that illusion kind of got the best of him when if you want to average a triple-double, you have to be offensively aggressive.
Yes.
You have to
Yes.
attack so much
It opens everything.
that it
else.
opens everything up.
You do.
You can't get assists if everyone thinks you're not going to shoot.
Fact.
So if
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
you're going to shoot,
I'm gonna play off of you.
then I'm gonna play off of you, and everybody's gonna
And
just
I'm
guard
gonna
their
help.
man.
Yeah, I'm
but if
gonna
you
help
sit
you
here
out.
trying to dunk it every time, like Giannis can average 10 assists.
And that's what Ben was doing. You think about it, he's turning the corner, dunking that bitch.
Yeah.
Boom, everybody opened the game up for him.
But I think I really think he's gonna turn that shit over this year because he has to. Like his big assist years is when he's averaging the most points.
Yeah.
So you're saying just will open up the floor though on the offensive side. He's got to be a threat to score because if
I was told that you because I was like, man, I remember that year I was mentally like, you know, they're saying I don't pass the ball enough. I need to get. And they said, and I'm passing more, assists ain't changing. And the general manager come to me and is like, for you to be a threat and get more assists, you have to attack more. You have to be more aggressive. More aggressive means they're stopping you easy dump-offs. Now you look at how Westbrook, James Harden, Luka, Trae Young, the reason they average all these assists being scorers because they're attacking so much that the defense has to help. He has to be like that. So but when you say he ducks smoke, you can't duck smoke if you are a defensive player. Because that means that this defensive player, to make first-team defense, And to be a defensive player of the year as a guard, that means you're taking on all challenges. That means you're sitting there saying, I'm guarding KD, I'm guarding Booker, I'm guarding Braun, you know what I mean? So I can't say mentally he's not there if his main option is going in and taking the challenge of stopping the best player every night. You know, that's being offensively not aggressive, that's another thing. But when you say he's mentally not there, this nigga wants to stop the niggas who is on first team all offense.
But you talk about this when the liability of a defensive player like Marcus Smart having 2 guys on the court that can't score. That's a liability.
Yeah, he's a liability. Right? He becomes a liability sometimes.
When we look at Ben, and it's like, if you're not gonna give us this scoring capacity, as teammates, we're looking like, what are we doing? Like, they're complaining that you being on the floor is not helping us because you're supposed to score. And if you're in the gym and you're trying to get your jumper right, it's taken away from the things that you should have been doing, which is attacking, like you said with Westbrook and all them, putting pressure on the defense by
That nigga basically said, you need to stop shooting jumpers in the gym, bro, and just practice on driving in and doing what you're supposed to do.
being more aggressive. Now everybody's getting open more, but you doing drill work, you thinking that, if I go get this jump shot, it's gonna make my life a little bit better because my teammates will like me a little bit more and have confidence.
You don't need a jump. You don't
need none of that. You just need to go out there and play.
16, you don't need a jumper. If they're gonna sag off, eat up that space. Keep coming. Right? They're sitting at the free throw line, you're at the 3-point line. Drive to the free throw line. What are they gonna do? Back up more? All right. Euro dunk. Like, the fuck?
I'm 6'10", and I got a 6'4" nigga guarding me, right? 6'10", I got a 6'4" nigga guarding me. I'm not backing him down because I'm scared that everybody's gonna think, and when I turn it over, they're not gonna like me. So then I got a big man on me, right? Now I'm at the 4-5. So this is me at the point, I got a 6'4" nigga on me. I won't take him to the post. I won't create a mismatch. Now I got a big man on me, 6'10". I'm playing the 4-5. I don't want to drive by them and dunk on them because I don't got that confidence no more.
So you don't think he needs a jumper?
Something.
No.
A little something.
But if you're saying he needs to be a threat on the offensive side, would that help?
If I'm guarding you and you're not a shooter, of course I'm gonna play off of you. It would be nice.
To shoot that motherfucker.
It would be nice to know that you got a little 10 to 15-foot jump shot.
But think about it. It works. That method works on a guard, right? Where I can sit at the free throw line and say, shoot it.
So is he not a guard?
Even if he eats up the space. I'm 6'1", 6'2", 5'9", you can't shoot. I can sit there. When you're 6'10", there's only so much ground.
Right.
You want to give a 6'10" athletic guy. Like, how far are you going to back up Giannis before now that dunk looks more attractive?
Yeah.
Right? It's like,
he will jump from here.
This is where he's like, wait, hold on, nigga, this. And before, like, you sitting under the free throw line, at some point, Giannis is like, oh, shit, it's dunk mode.
Yes.
Same thing with Ben. There's only so far you can back up before the brain triggers and says, wait, I can jump from here. Yeah, it's not like you're in charge mode. I'm gonna sit here and jump and I can just float this in. That becomes a problem.
Okay.
Now, let's just be honest here.
Well, see, that's different for me.
Oh.
No, I get that. I get that because I'm thinking about, like, on the women's side, right? Because ain't nobody gonna do that.
Yeah.
Because on the women's side, if you play off of me, like, you gotta be able to shoot the ball. But I totally get that.
So you knowing that they can't shoot the ball, what are you doing as a defender? You knowing.
I'm not
knowing
gonna guard you.
You're not gonna guard her.
Which, like, that happens with Alyssa Thomas.
Yes.
I watched the game the other night, and I think
way
it
off.
was Nafisa Collier.
Yep.
Nafisa Collier is pretty much standing in the paint saying to AT, shoot it, because they know she can't shoot. But on the men's side, it's totally, I get it.
Yeah, you sit there, motherfucker.
No doubt.
Now, this is a question we have to ask ourselves. We've seen what a great coach does with Steph Curry, right? Put him in situations to be great. The offense is created around his skill, right? We've seen the offense created around Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
What would you have done with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid that we never actually seen? Have we ever seen a pick and roll?
I'm about to say a pick and roll.
Right.
We've never seen
pick and roll.
a fucking on the left side because Embiid is right-handed. He wants to be on that side. Ben Simmons ain't turning the corner like that, going on his right side.
Yep.
We've never seen them below the free. You want to keep going below the free throw line? Set the pick right here. Let him come downhill on his left-hand side. What are you going to do? Switch it?
Yeah.
You're going to switch a pick and roll and put a smaller guy on on Embiid? They can't go under. Embiid's going to roll, so that means you have to follow. You have to follow him around. Now he's on your hip with your left-handed guard coming down a lane. Now, what are you going to do? He can dunk it because he's athletic. Worst case scenario, you block that, throw the lob to MB. You never played the 1-2. You could have played the Stockton and Malone with these two. Shit, even the Lakers are smart enough at some point to do Bron and AD and got some. You never used them two in the pick and roll. Who the fuck was stopping it? That becomes a coaching problem then.
Yeah.
Two, where you never maximize the greatness that you actually had. Because there's no way it would have been either ISO, it would have been 3 off, ISO Embiid, pick and roll Embiid and Ben Simmons, ISO Ben Simmons on the post. I don't need no fucking other plays. Yeah, I run some decoy shit where these two are doing the pick and roll, then we have JJ run up off a, I would have did something. But other than that, this is the offense. We knew when we're playing San Antonio, there's only one fucking play that's gonna be called wedge roll. Tony Parker pick and roll with Tim Duncan on that one side. If we fuck up, Parker's gonna turn the corner. Other than that, get a little space, Tim Duncan going down there, goddamn it.
The Ben Simmons we loved is not the Ben Simmons that they would accept today because he's not shooting that jumper. Ain't nothing changed with Ben Simmons. Like he said, he been hurt, but he ain't really been hurt. So he just ain't played since he been
Where's he at?
fourth year.
Who he play with?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn still?
Brooklyn not gonna let him come out and be the star
7,
player.
and 6. Well, here's the thing. So two things. First, we asked.
Brooklyn ain't got no star.
They don't got nobody, but they're not just gonna be like, yo, here, you do it.
Now you see why I said he could average
over there.
18, 8, and 8.
Cam
They have
Thomas
nobody.
They ain't got nobody.
So let's handle
They have nobody, so he can go out that bitch and do whatever he fucking wants.
Let's handle some business first. This football season went up to 1,000.
Not the Ben Simmons that they would accept today because he's not shooting it.
This is the offense. We knew when we're playing San Antonio, there's only one fucking play that's gonna be called wedge
Who do Ben play for?
roll. Tony Parker pick and roll with Tim Duncan on that one side. If we fuck up, Parker's gonna turn the.
Not the Ben Simmons that they would accept today because he's not shooting that jumper. Ain't nothing changed with Ben Simmons. Like he said, he been hurt, but he ain't really been hurt.
If he still play for the Nets, man, pray for the motherfucking Nets, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It do hit different because the Nets, y'all ain't got nobody no more. Y'all just had a lot of good people. I'm out.